Good morning guys, and welcome back to another video. We are today back with Damo from Northern Wildlings, doing another video in the woods, doing a bit of bushcraft. Currently we've just found, where is it? There it is. We've just found, is it a mushroom? A horse hoof fungus on the side of a tree, which is just currently taken apart at the minute, and we're going to use that for fingers crossed setting a fire later on in the video. Please do us a favour, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel because it helps us out. Give the video a quick like and drop us a comment. Let us know if there's anything what you want us to do, in the future, any videos what you'd like us to do, and fingers crossed we'll have a good go today. Right,
nice.
Wander around.
Oh, these are birch polypore.
That's not going to see if you.
It's a bracket fungus called birch polypore. That's a bit of an old one. This is a bit dry. You can see it's cracking up. When these are fresh, we can use the skin of this, but we'll try and find a fresher one to have a look at. As it is, you could use that for stropping your knife after you've sharpened it, but these are very good medicinally. If we find a fresher one, I'll show you that. So you can use the skin of this as a sticking plaster on a cut. It is actually, when they're fresh, they will actually stick to your skin, and they have antibacterial properties. So it's an all-round wound treatment basically. That's birch polypore. It usually grows on these dead birch trees. We'll see if we can find a fresher one. There's a bigger version of it. Again, I think it's just a bit late in the year for these to be fresh enough. These are all dry and very past the best. I'll leave it where it is. Can't get to it now.
Oh, what's that, the ditch?
Yeah. That's a big bugger.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. I wanted one direct off the tree really, but
yeah.
And then started dying and reproducing, and they just started snapping up. And that's where we have the
Yeah.
Hello, it's Damien from Northern Wildlings. We're just out in the woods having a little wander around and seeing what's here. It's a beautiful time of year, it's sort of late spring. What we've got here, this is a sort of dried riverbed, so these plants grow, this is a bulrush, and these grow in wet areas generally. So it's a good indicator of groundwater, which is a nice survival tip. But these plants growing where they are very useful. So what we can do is we can take one of these stems, we'll pick a nice thick stem. Okay. And inside these beautiful thick stems, you can find a very interesting substance. So if we split it down and get our thumbnail in there, what we can do is just see this white kind of foamy kind of substance. You can see how stretchy it is. So it's this is basically starch and carbohydrate, but it's it grows in a kind of foam. It's full of air pockets, so it grows in like a foam because this is a plant that's used to being submerged sometimes. So it's got a waterproof outer and then this foamy inner which keeps them sitting above the water. But this is actually got a bit of a texture like styrofoam or yeah, packaging material that you might find. coming from a delivery. It's actually edible, but not very palatable. It's not the nicest thing to eat. It's a bit like eating the inside of your sofa. But what you can do is boil it up. And if you get a lot of this and boil it up into a pot, it will extract all the starches and carbohydrates, and that can make quite a nice emergency food. But also it's super dry. And if you are in marshy land and wetland and you need to make a fire, if you collect a load of this stuff up, we can put it all together and drop sparks into it, and it'll actually catch and make a bit of an ember. So that's another use, really good use for it, especially in wet places. So this is the bulrush. What you can also do is the roots of this plant are edible. Okay, so if you dig up the plant and clean off the roots, you can roast or boil that, and that makes a very good tasty treat for when you're out and about.
So we've just been walking through this bit of the woods, and I've noticed that the deer have been through and they've been chewing on the, what tree was it?
That's a silver birch.
On the silver birch. So signs of wildlife in here, which is good. Are you gonna zoom in or not? Focus. No, you're not. But yeah, you can see where the deer's been having a go at it. We're rolling. Yeah. So guys, Damo's just told me about this wood sorrel, what we've got here. A nice little plant, which is actually really edible. We'll just had a taste of it, and it actually tastes like Granny Smith apple skins. And give it a good chum. Really good. What we're going to do is we're going to collect a load of it up, and we're going to take it and boil some into a cup of tea, I think, later on. Oh, what's this gentleman doing?
Having a little paintworks.
I know, look at that.
This is a good spot for edible mushrooms.
Is it?
Yeah. September time we'll come and have a mooch. This area here has got lots of fungus.
Yeah. Afternoon. How long's it took you to do that?
I think about 11 o'clock, I think.
So you've done that since 11 o'clock?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Normally, a landscape that size, you need to be able to do in about 3 hours if you can.
Yeah.
Because it changes, yeah. Even this has changed tremendously. Yeah, but I don't want to overwork it either, so I think as far as I'm going to go with that today.
Fantastic.
I'm quite pleased with that one in a way. Yeah.
That's very nice.
I want to be a little bit more abstract with it because the more modern market is a bit more contemporary. It's a bit more pattern making, but because I would always get drawn away when I get back into it. I start getting the painting goes where it wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to leave a little bit to the imagination.
Well, we'll leave you to it.
See you later. Hello again. This is a really nice little plant. Don't know if you can see that. This is called stitchwort. Okay, so the stems and the flowers are these. There's two different species, greater and lesser stitchwort, both edible. Make nice additions to salads and things like that. You can stew them up and add them to vegetable stews and things. Really nice. So you can see them all growing here. So the reason it's called stitchwort is because if you have a look, this core of the plant there is really quite strong. So this bit, they would dry out and twist up into a fibre and actually use it for stitching, making temporary repairs on things. So if you twist it up like that, when it's dried out a little bit, that's very, very strong, and good for giving it its namesake, stitchwort. It's got a very delicate, light, salady kind of flavour.
Yep.
Okay, so inside the fungus we've got this, if you can see that, you can see it's quite fluffy material there. So once we've separated the outer shell and these pores off it, we end up with this material, and we can take sheets of this out, and if we boil it and beat it repeatedly, it becomes like a suede kind of fabric material, and that you would carry in your fire by friction kit. Okay, so once it's in that state, you can then just scrape it up with a knife and refluff it, and then the ember from your fire by friction fire will take very nicely and create a much bigger, hotter ember, and that'll get your fire going really nicely.
So then, once we've done this and we're creating the fire with this, can we use this to eat at all, or is this a mushroom what we wouldn't be eating?
This isn't particularly an edible mushroom, no.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So this primarily is for making fires.
Just for yeah. So really good.
It's quite hard.
Yeah.
And this stuff's really fibrous. This is just the pores. There's no use for that really.
So really good for like bushcrafty stuff, but
yeah,
not so brilliant for eating.
Not an edible, no.
Right, brilliant.
Yeah, it takes some chewing that.
Yeah.